Mic check, mic check. Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. I don't know what is going on. My computer's telling me some different times here. My computer's saying 6:12, but that can't be the right time. Okay. All right. Opening bell. Sorry about that. Sorry for the inconvenience. Here we go. Yeah, my computer seems to be 10 minutes behind. I don't like that. All right, we're gonna let the early candles play out. Nothing's different. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. So we know we're looking for the 200 up here to be some type of either resistance, or we want to see it form support. And if you look in the 30-minute chart, you can see it fell inside perfectly inside this selling channel that I created last night. So we're going to see if it bounces off 566.68. I know the put looks juicy right now. Oh man, that put looks juicy for real. For real. But we have our rules. Give it a second. Okay, I'm not sure why. I don't like the fact that my computer's telling me some bogus information. I'm not a fan of that. Can everyone in the Discord hear me? Quick mic check. It should be. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Got it. Thanks. So the 200, 571. So it got some ways to go. Looking in the 5-minute, we see some indecision here. The wick on the top looks stronger, but it doesn't mean anything. We need to see more out of that. So okay, in the 30-minute, we're bouncing off this magenta right here. Okay, so let it play out. No rush for anything. Early candles. Early candles. All right, let's see if this magenta holds up for right now. Okay, so let's do some macro analysis really quick. We know we're still in this downtrend, right? We're still in this downtrend. We're not going to be out of it until we're out of it. We don't need to front run anything. There's no reason to force the issue. It looks like, yeah, that 200 looks like the target, right? The 200 way up here looks like the target. So we'll wait for the structure to form to see if that's the case. Just wait for it to form. No reason to rush anything. What are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 minutes in. My clock is 10 minutes behind. I don't like that. Not a fan of that.
Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gonna stick.
None of the algorithms have been verified yet, so let's give it a second. If the magenta holds up, then it might be break a magenta. Break a magenta for the calls, but it hasn't been verified. Give it a second. I do like how we bounced off this 567.21. Perfect bounce off of that. We're gonna see how far it runs.
Let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie. All that shit is bleeding me dry. I don't want your piece in the vice. Call it down for me. These act like bitches all the time. These days I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these hundreds on a dime. Spent 7 on that, bring no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired. 22's a call it Tyra and Mariah. Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie. All that shit is bleeding me dry.
If that magenta break is gonna be the thing, whew, that was 8 minutes in. That would have been too easy. Well, we don't want to chase anything. We'll let it play out. That would have been way too easy. Okay, here we go. I want to see how we react to 574.05 right here. That's going to be an important level for today, I have a feeling.
Shit, I'm in the booth going ghost. Nah, now they heard I got it on me. Now they hear I got it on me. Yeah.
Fresh out the scene. Bitch, I'm the best out the scene. Bulletproof if you know what I mean. Lately I just been questioning things. Now you wanna stay with me for nice. Baby, I just wanna treat you right. Yeah, I'm thinking late through the night. And baby, you can stay if you like. Ain't no stress.
We have not confirmed any algorithms yet. Just give it time. You know the drill. You know the drill. And we have really low volume. Really low volume. There hasn't been any significant movement. But I might be liking this break of magenta. I might be liking that. We'll verify it. I'm not exactly sure where the purple needs to be just yet. I need a few more cycles to determine that sort of stuff.
I told him my selling is a move it to the bank, yeah. And you know they're trying to lay down with the man. Way out on the man. Right now I'm on the man. Say that she love me, Christy and they owe me. This is how she think, yeah she think. Yeah. Say she adore me, Christy and they owe me. Fuck with me some money. Baby, ain't no more time for you. All the love them back and back, the money too. Yeah, when money come to stones, I just stick and move. No way, got me spending with my way back. Yeah. Since we young as we was dreaming about a Maybach. Yeah. Now I'm looking for my 41 day days now.
Okay. Magenta might be... Haven't confirmed it, man. Magenta seems to be holding up as of right now, but it's so low volume. It's really, you can't really tell anything from here. I haven't actually confirmed the purple yet. It might be making sense. It might be making sense. We're gonna see how this bear cycle goes, and then that should give us some indication of what institutional traders want to do today, or at least for the morning session. So we're testing now to see if it's gonna be up the blue for liquidity build and then break a purple for the confirmation. We're gonna test that right now. So don't FOMO into anything, because we might be doing this too, right? So on the 30-minute, what I'm looking for is breaking this magenta, retesting and rejecting off of it. That's what this green means. Breaking it, retesting and rejecting off of it. That's what I'm looking for in the 30-minute. Now we're about to test this purple. I'm going to clean up the chart. You see what's going on? Let me clean it up. We're going to test this purple here. We're going to see how valid this purple is. And this should give us a good indication for what to expect. We didn't form any buying or selling channels yet, so we have not formed a buying or selling channel. We're going to see if this forms a selling channel right now. Remember, this is your 50-50 here. So far. If we get a little bit of dancing in here, that'd be ideal. That'd be ideal for the put. Purple might be holding up. So far, I like the purple. So if you see this flexion point underneath the purple, right? That means under purple is what we're looking for. Again, I think the 200 would be a target for today. That's just normally how it works. Because the price always likes to gravitate towards those liquidity levels. Those are huge levels of liquidity. 200 MA is a major point in the stock market for SPY. Major liquidity level. Because there's a lot of, it's just like a rule of thumb that you would normally buy calls at the 200, because if you look over the last couple years, it bounces off the 200 to the upside. Because if we go under 200, you're looking at a bear market. You're looking at a bear market, which we've been looking at a bear market for a while, but we're determining, is this bear market a correction, like a pullback, a correction, or are we starting something more significant? Are we starting a like an actual bear market where it's going to be months and months of the downward trend? All right, we're going to confirm this purple shortly. We will confirm the purple shortly. Okay. Okay. Let's see where this closes. And this, we're right up against, what is it? This 567.21. I'm not happy about that, but we'll see how it reacts to 567.21. That's why this is your 50-50 right here. That's why it's your 50-50 for this reason right here. Because we're fighting a key level and we're fighting possibly an algo. Now let's see if we start a selling channel. We want to see if we start a selling channel here. It's meaning heavy support at 567.21. We're gonna see if we start a selling channel. We need to break this 567.21. It's such low volume, such low volume. I want to get below this 566.38 underneath this wick right here on this green. That'll be nice. Based off the things you post online, I can't help but think you gotta stay off that. Embrace the fact I won't brace myself for no downfall. No, they pray on that. If loving you, this is tough to trade in here because these two levels are key levels. Take your profit if you take your profit. Don't be greedy. It's such low volume. It's not enough to, like, you know how it normally like stacks bars on bars on bars. Take your profit when you can. Don't be greedy. Make sure your trade is secured. It's got a little bit of room. We knew this was going to be heavy. I'd feel comfortable if we get below this. If we get below 566.38, I feel a lot more comfortable. Because what we're looking for now, I'm gonna clean up this chart just a bit. I'll leave it right there. What we're looking for would be some retracement. That would be the ideal. This would be the ideal scenario setup. We need to get below 566.34, below this green wick. That's what I want to see. Yeah, this is either going to confirm or deny this purple. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. I would expect the target to be the 200. That's what I would expect it, but they don't care what I expect.
You don't wanna check, you wanna see her every day. She just wants somebody for the night. You call, I'll be on my way. Hard to love me when you got nothing to chase.
We've gone nowhere since opening. It's low volume. It's gonna be one of those mornings. I want to get below again what is this? Below this wick right here on this green to feel comfortable for any puts.
Yeah, I know you do this often. I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't mean nothing but a side piece. Catching feelings.
We haven't formed the selling channel yet, so just be patient. Wait for the selling channel to form. If it wants to go down, it's going to form a selling channel. Hasn't formed yet. I would feel comfortable below 566.34.
For the night, Shawty wanna use me, I don't need you no more, Shawty wanna use me, I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me, I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me, yeah. Run it up, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't mean nothing but a side piece. Catching feelings from a pipe dream. Oh no.
Come on. Feed it. Feed it. Come on. Do the right thing. We got a couple cents to go to get below this. A couple cents. Come on, feed it. Come on. Give me more. A little bit more would be nice. A little bit more. I'm not going to be greedy, though. Come on. This low volume's killing me. This low volume is killing me, man. It wicked right where I said I want to get below. Right below. We need to get below this wick right here on this green. Come on, it's fighting right there. Feed it. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Come on. Come on. We're so close. Just do it. Just do it. So I want to get below this to get that selling channel, like more. I need to get below this to get that selling channel going. Below this green wick right here. I want to get below that to get the selling channel like good, and then take profit when you can. Take profit. Don't be greedy. Look at this. This is ugly. This is ugly. There's no real structure here. This is all ugly. Okay, we broke below. Close below. Close below. Trades protected. Trades protected. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Okay, trades protected. You got nothing to worry about from here. I will guide with this green. Don't be greedy. Do not be greedy. Because I'm expecting the 200 to get tested today. So we got to take our little base hits to get our starter position. Take your base hit. This is going to be look, we're at another key level. We're stuck between these two key levels, so you can't be greedy here. You cannot be greedy here. Take your wins, take your base hits. So multiple contracts is going to be out on Magenta. Single contracts, you might get stopped out shortly. It's hard to tell. I would take your base hits and take that little victory and hold on to it if you can. But we'll see. We gotta break below this. We have to break below this 565.79. That'll be nice. We didn't close outside the channel yet, so we'll give it some time. Don't rush anything. Don't rush anything. This is a game of patience. This is hard to trade. This is extremely low volume. This is very hard to trade. Extremely low volume. Come on, feed it. I'm ready to print. I am ready to print. Here we go. Come on. We need to close below this now, not wick. I don't want to see no damn wick. I want to see it close. This is a major key level here. We need to close below this. If you got a base hit, take your base hit. It looks like it has some room though. But what do I know? It should have some room. You're out on the break of this Magenta if you're multiple contracts. We need to close below this. Take your base hits if you're getting them. Major resistance right here, or support resistance, whatever you want to classify it as. The battle between the bulls and bears right here. Come on, little more. I want this thing to just drop right here. I'm tired of this trade already. We'll see. Your trade should be protected by now. So your trade should be protected. If you got in on the break of this, your trade's definitely protected. Your trade is definitely protected. Come on. If this is all we get out of it, then that's all we get. Take something. The market, you got to take what you can from this market. We still got a little bit more. We haven't broken this selling channel yet. Quick base hits. Remember, multiple contracts is going to be break of this, excuse me, Magenta. Single contract, think about cutting chalk soon. Single contracts, think about tightening your stops to get what you can out of this. We have to get below this for me to feel comfortable about some more downside. I want to see us break below this, retest, and reject off of it. Let's see where we close here. We're still technically in the selling channel. It's such a weak selling channel. I don't even like it, but we got what we got. All right, I'm gonna clean up this chart just a bit. Heavy resistance right here, or support, whatever you want to call it. I'm not expecting a big dump anymore. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not gonna bet on that. I do see some wicks. Let's check the higher time frame. Yeah, we're just stuck in between here. We're stuck. It says we got some more downside. The 30-minute says we're still in this selling channel in the 30-minute, which if you're in the Discord, hopefully you're looking at the trading plan, because this would have been key, right? The selling channel, even though I put it there yesterday. Come on. Come on. Hey, we're going to take what we can out of this, okay? We're going to take what we can. Not every move's going to be the huge dump, you know? Not every move's going to do that. So take what you can. We took our early morning base hit. That'll protect us for the rest of the day. So as it's shaping up right now, it looks like we want to look for break a purple, and then break a magenta, break a purple for the down, break a magenta for the up. That's what it's shaping up to look like right now. I'll confirm magenta shortly. I'm going to clean up the chart. Single contracts out. Just cut chalks. And if it dips down, then it dips down. Because remember, multiple contracts is going to be off this magenta right here. Come on. What's it going to do?
Let it come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the cake came from, but I guess they did amnesia.
Okay, we're seeing that 565.79. This white one right here is gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. So now we're gonna see if break of magenta is gonna be. I want to see a strong move out of magenta. I want to see a strong move out of magenta. All right, single contracts, you're out for sure. You're out for sure. Nice base hit. Multiple contracts, you're out on. Remember, it's closing outside of this magenta is the multiple contracts. Single contracts, we're building your portfolio up. We're building that account up so you can get to the multiple contract state. Don't rush this. This is a time-honored process. I've put a lot of time and effort into this. So I want you to grow little by little. I don't want you to always expect the home runs. We're gonna see what happens here, right? Because this is what we want to happen. Right off that magenta would be absolutely perfect. That'll be absolutely perfect. If it wants to taper, our best bet would be back inside this purple. That's our best bet. I also would have liked it to dig deeper in this magenta before the break of purple, but it is what it is. You get what you get. It's tough. It's low volume. Look at these little ass candles. This is low volume. This is tough to trade in. This is very tough to trade in. There's actually, if I'm being honest, there's not clear structure. This is just me. This is just experience. There's no structure. There's no clear structure here at all. At all. There's none, if I'm being honest. If I'm being completely honest, there's no clear structure here. This is just me doing what I do and taking the money where I see it. Quick scalps, they build the account too. Now we're gonna see if this is that strong move out of magenta that I wanted to see. So your safe call, if this happens, now I'm projecting out, you know, hours in advance, is gonna be somewhere over here. It's gonna look like that. That's your safe call. Depending on this recovery, I gotta see how we react in between here. So there's no real trading in here. Our puts are gonna be okay. And notice I did below 565.79. Because what you have to ask yourself is, was this little short burst down, we actually haven't even moved anywhere. Was this short burst down a liquidity grab to get up to the 200? Look, we're just stuck in between here. There's no trade here. Now we want to see if if this next 30-minute gets up to the bottom of this magenta in the 30-minute and starts rejecting off of it. That's what we're looking for more downside. It should form another selling channel in the 30-minute.
You gotta send for me, I'm in my, I'm on my way. I'm out of time, got this weight on me. I'm missing out, so tell me what's it gonna be. I'm holding down like the Eddie for me. I'm holding down what you need. OMW on my mama, OMJ. Well, I think that you forgot, but what you saw
Okay.
me. Caught a love, but please don't be the one who got away. Must don't harm me talking when I come and harm me.
All right, let's see what we do here.
Hate the fact that we ain't spoken in some weeks. Blood on hands, but we just rinse it and repeat. Let's speak a language that we both know how to read. See, baby, all the time, I'm on my way. Come on, even down, I'm on my way. Let me get some more time, I'm on my way. You gotta send for me, I'm in my, I'm on my way. Yeah, I learned to cope, I learned to tank, I learned to float. Look, I learned some things. And taught a nigga how to earn your trust. I'm not concerned with them, I know you heard some things. Look, I ain't perfect, I'm hurting, babe. That make two of us the way you purchase things. The surface level not serving us. I gotta let you in so you interpret things the way I meant. And may I vent based off the things you post online. I can't help but think you gotta stay off that. Embrace the fact I won't brace myself for no downfall. No, they pray on that. If loving you will make me crazy, girl, then giving up on you will make a psychopath. I'm on my way, I wait out back.
Here we go. Here we go. This is why I said I want to see a strong move outside of this magenta. I didn't get rid of my multiple contracts because there's no strong move outside of magenta. So my secondary contracts are still making money. They're still making money because I didn't see that strong move. Because that would tell me that this play is done, right? I didn't get that confirmation, but I'm going to tighten my stops though. Now I'm going to start tightening my stops. I'm probably going to move them. I'm following along this magenta. Giving it a little bit of room, but following along magenta. So the ideal would be if we start a selling channel here. This would be the ideal. Underneath 565.85 for the down. That would be the ideal setup. If you took break of purple, just take profit when you can. Don't. This is low volume environment. This is tough. You're not seeing the big movement we're used to seeing like from the last couple of weeks. So I'm still collecting on these multiple contracts, but I'm tightening up my stop for sure. Now let's see if we start a selling channel. Oh, I got rid of them. We got to see if we start a selling channel now. We knew this was going to be heavy resistance, heavy support, whatever you want to call it. We already knew that. It's a key level. So the ideal would be to break below, retest it, and reject underneath it. That's the ideal. Don't just jump on every candle just because. Wait for it to develop. And if it runs and if it dumps straight, then it dumps. You didn't lose anything. You missed a trade. Oh well. There's always another one around the corner. Can't really miss a trade because there's always another one. But you see where your long entries are, right? Up here and up here for the longer term. You see where your long entries are. And the reason why I'm drawing this one here is because if we just all of a sudden recover or, you know, push back up, then we want to see it bounce off this. Absolutely difficult to trade in here. Now this might be the strong move. I think I'm gonna cut my, yep, all right, I got stopped out. Okay, so that was a good trade. Decent trade. Took a while to develop, but I got stopped out. No big deal. I'm gonna clean up the chart. So this is why we wait for the break, retest, and reject underneath 565.79. That's why. For this moment right here, you wait for the confirmations. You don't have to chase anything. You know where your long entries need to be. It's pretty simple. Where the safe ones are. Because we might be another algorithm forming here. There might be another algorithm forming. Let's see if we get back above 567 before we start making any moves. Let's get back above here before we start making any moves. We're not messing with calls until above here, just to be safe. Up here would be even better, and if it takes that time, over here would be optimal as well. At minimum, we need to get back inside this purple. Minimum. This is going to be the 50-50 for if it wants to do that. There's going to be your 50-50, but wait for longs above minimum above this 567.21. I'm going to clean up the chart. This is a low volume day. It's good to get this experience. This is low volume day. Look at these little tiny candles. It's hard to make any money here. It's very hard. Low volume day. Some days aren't, not all days are built equal. Don't mess around between these two key levels. Just wait. Don't mess around. Wait till we find some type of structure. There's no structure here. Just wait for it. It'll happen. Not all days are built equal. But I think, you know, we got our base hits for the day. Got a nice one over here. That was a good trade. I got stopped out on this for my second tranche.
Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't me, no babe. Shawty isn't me, no, yeah. Isn't me, isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or
And also, just because we break below 565.79, you still want to wait for the structure. The structure looks like this. Break below, a retest, and reject off of it. You still, that would be the ideal. That would be the ideal.
heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That she wanna Louis and a VV. Ride them on the CZ. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, all that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the vice, hold it down for me, these I like bitches all the time, these days I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down, I've been throwing these hundreds on a dime, spent 7 on that, bring no wedding vows, all that smoking made me tired, 22's a call it Tyra and Mariah, talk about my lows and all my highs.
I'll be right back, let this play out.
All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, all that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the vice, Girl, I'm in your CZ. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That she wanna Louis and a VV. Ride them on the CZ. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. Yeah. They ain't never get it with a dog like me. How we got cheddar singing door right me. Gotta keep it settled, gotta keep it low key. Money like me, money like. Bitch, I'm in the city with a coke fiends. How they talking money when the money don't speak? Money in Geneva like it came from the street. Shawty in Vienna, gotta get it with me. Just, shawty know, gotta know, only know I'm like that. Set, yeah, straight back to the crib, switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and you know that it can't. I didn't go really left. No, when I move way too left. Yeah, shawty one slide, try to know me. I can never get it too close. Me, cause she heard I got it on me. Yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me. Shit, now she tryna load up my phone.
Okay.
Now they heard I got it on me. Now they hear I got it on me.
No channel formed yet. Let's see if this is the break, retest, and reject. We're used to being spoiled with big moves.
Try to know me. I can never get it too close. Me, cause she heard I got it on me. Couldn't pull it up like me. Shit.
Today's kind of annoying, huh? Today's tricky. Come on, a little more. A little bit more. Little more. Come on. A little bit more. What a tricky day. So if you notice, there's no solid selling channels or buying channels being formed. It's just a slow trickle down, and this isn't abnormal. Slow trickle down, as you can see. This is a slow trickle down. There's no. This was maybe the only selling channel. This green, maybe the only one. Technically, I haven't formed one here yet. There it is. Whew. Okay. All right. Trade's protected. Trade is protected. We knew when we're going long, right? Above minimum 567.21. This level right here. Minimum, that was our going long, right? And if you just recall, I did this right here. I showed you that it needed to break, retest, and reject. That's exactly what it did. Your trade is protected now. Now your trade's protected. Low volume, take what you can and get out. Take what you can and get out. Base hits count. I'm gonna clean this chart up. It's not, this is so whack. There it is. There it is. Let's print some more money. Let's print some more money. Let's print some more money. Let's print. Let's print. Let's print. Let's print money. Let's go. Let's go. Print it. Oh, man. Trade's protected. Trade is protected. All right. Now it doesn't matter what happens from here. Your trade's protected. Easy. Easy. Your trade's protected from here. Come on. This was the break, the retest, and the rejection. I'm going to zoom in close so you can see this wick. Look at the wick. This is the rejection wick. It broke, it retested, and rejected. This is easy. This is easy. They're being stingy today. They are being stingy. I'm about to tell single contracts to cut. I'm about to tell single contracts to cut. You got to take it when you can get it. There's no gambling here. We knew where the setup was, right? Right underneath here. No reason to gamble. Single contracts, start tightening your stops. Take profit. You may hate me, but take profit single contracts. This is tough, man. This is a tough environment. Look at this low volume. This is difficult. But we did what we could. Base hits. I cut all my contracts now. That's fair. So I made a little bit on some of them, and on the rest I broke even. So made a little bit, and if it dumps right now, then shame on me. I almost want it to like not dump because I feel like missing out, but trade protected. I broke even. I got a little bit, right? My single contracts I took somewhere over here. Multiple contracts got stopped out on this. That's fine. It happens. Because we already knew we needed to look out for this cup. We already knew that. That's why you got to take it when you can. I'm going to clean up this chart. I might leave this here. Maybe I'll scoot it over a bit. We'll see when we get back above this. It's a tricky day. Tricky day. Now let's see if we form another. Remember, our safest calls are going to be above 567.21. Don't try to chase anything. These are our safest calls. It has to be above here. We want to see something like this. We want to see this form support now. If you noticed, I didn't take away this shoulder. I just moved it over a bit, right? I moved it over a bit because I want to see if we're going to build in blue and then break purple. You don't have to chase every single candle. Wait for the structure to build. Your safest calls are going to be, I'm telling you, over here. I know I said it a lot, but this is what it is. Puts, you see what's happening. It's just a slow trickle down. So until we get some strong movement up with some retracement, that's what we're looking for. Let's check the higher time frame. Yeah, slow trickle down. In the 5 minute, that's what your 5 minute looks like. So at minimum, this is what we want to happen in the 5 minute, okay? Break of this green in the 5 minute. Otherwise, if you look at your 30 minute, we're still in the selling channel. We're still in the selling channel. This was already in the trading plan this morning. In the trading plan, look what happened. It tagged the 200 and rejected off the 200. Look. I'm not making it up. Look. It tagged the 200 and broke below the 200. This is in the trading plan. This was exactly written in the trading plan this morning.
Let's speak a language that we both know how to read. See, baby, all the time, I'm on it.
Here's a 200 MA. Remember, look, I have it. Same color. This wick, it wicked right off underneath the 200, rejected underneath. You gotta look at these trading plans. It hasn't missed. The trading plan don't miss.
The way you purchase things, the surface level not serving us. I gotta let you in so you interpret things the way I meant, and may I vent based off the things you post online. I can't help but think you gotta stay off that. Embrace the fact I won't brace myself for no downfall. No, they pray on that. If loving you will make me crazy, girl, then giving up on you will make a psychopath. I'm on my way, I wait out back.
Now remember, I'm telling you where the safest calls are. It's gonna be up here. It's gonna be up here. Don't chase this. It's gonna be up here. These are your safe ones. Let's get through this. Let's get through this bull cycle, and then I think there's another algo forming here.
Shawty, is she worried if I might show? Damn, it's hard to care for a side though. Out here with my mans in the night show. Drinking party, yeah, we keep the lights low. I'm in my mind all the way. Ice cold, what a nigga gotta say now. Sipping honey, we be mobbing through the night though, yeah. Moving like we trapping out of bando. I need. I got money on me. New city, new bitch, new kid. This calls finna rain on me. I've been down and out, but a nigga still breathing. Say my prayers for the check. Straight shooter like I'm walking with a tech. Move deep and I'm pounding on my chest. You know what I want. You know what I need. Ice cold bitch when I'm sipping my tea. I don't mean it. Feeling myself. Feeling my knees, feel like repercussions ain't gon' ever catch me. Heard what I said, and I can't help it. I ain't never gonna rest, never gonna test me, check me. I need.
Do you see why I kept this shoulder here? Do you see why I kept the shoulder here? I told you where the longs were. I told you where the long was. We're not going long until up here. We're not doing calls until up here. So you're looking for your put entries, right? What do the put entries look like? It's going to be underneath this shoulder, number one, or break a blue, break a purple. And then pray. Because look, we just got a slow trickle down. It's good to experience these market environments. Perfect day to experience these market environments. Because not every day is going to be where the candles just stack and stack and stack and you're just printing crazy money instantly. Days like this. Good day, perfect day to experience this. Now, I'm not sure about this yellow. Because I kind of like it, but I have no confirmation yet. I kind of like it, but I have no confirmation about this yellow. But if you took break a purple, come on now. If you took break a purple, your trade's protected. Take your money. Take your money. If you took break a purple, build in blue, break a purple. Remember? Take your money. We're not looking for calls until way above here. We got to get above 567. Above it. Let me clean this chart.
Shawty wanna use me, yeah, yeah. Run it up, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine.
All right, some retracements expected. Now, the reason why we're not going to go long until way up here is because we got to watch out for this. Watch. Either this, right? Remember that. Or we got to watch out for this. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. That's why we're waiting till above this to go long. Above 567.21 for the long. Because we're watching out for these structures. Now, could it shoot up right now? Crazy money? Sure. But I'm telling you where the safest entry would be is going to be above this 567.21. Above yellow is going to be your safe call. I highlighted it. I highlighted it. Now also, I told you where your safest puts are going to be, right? Underneath this shoulder. Rejecting off of underneath 565.79. So you know where your calls, you know where your puts are. You know where your calls, you know where your puts are. In between here, no man's land. There's no trading when price gets in here. There's no trading in here. There's criteria that needs to be met. Now everything's starting to shape up. So there's probably a half channel right here. The first indication that the price is going to want to head up is going to start bouncing off of this yellow. That's your first indication price is going to want to head up. When it bounces up off the yellow. Let's see if we formed a selling channel here. Look, this is why I left this here. This is why I left this here. This is why I left this right here. I didn't take it off. I moved it. You know where your safe puts are. It's going to be underneath this yellow. Your safe calls are going to be above this yellow. This is too easy. Let's see if the selling channel forms. Let's see if we stay inside the selling channel. This has been just a slow grind down. If, in case you haven't noticed, this is a slow grind down. That's what we're dealing with. There's nothing you can do about that. Take your profits and call it a day. Take your base hits.
Smoking made me tired. 22's a call it tyrant Mariah. Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust. Cause you want a piece of the pie. All that shit is bleeding me dry. I don't want you.
If you took the break of purple, right? Remember, build in blue, break of purple. Easy. Easy money. Woo! Took a little bit. Took a little tiny bit, but we got here. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. I need more out of this. I need more out of this. I'm trying to buy a number 8 Snap Pikachu card today. the number 8 Snap Pikachu Pokemon card. That's what we're trying to buy. This is too easy.
Straight back to the quick switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and you know that it can't. I didn't know me left. No, when I move way to left.
There it is. Come on, give me some more. They're being so stingy today. Why don't they want to give me their money? Why don't they want to give me their money? Give me your money. In the nicest way possible. Look at this. Look at this. You knew where your shorts were. You knew where your puts were. Underneath here. Right? You knew that already. You knew that break of purple was going to be your signal to go short. Right? I told you when to go long. So that you're not looking for longs until above this highlighted yellow. This is... I can't draw it out any more clear than what I'm drawing it. Right? I'm saying exactly what needs to happen. If we stay underneath this, and here's the thing, if you got stopped out a few times over here, nothing you can do about that, right? That's part of the game. It's part of the game. If you took short profit and afraid to get back in because these candles made you think it was going to bounce up, that's part of the game. That's why we wait to go long until up here. You knew that the shorts were still possible until here because I drew both down scenarios for you, right? Remember, I drew this. It can do this right here. Remember I drew that? Don't forget that. That's why I told you the calls are up here. We're not looking for calls until we get here. Now we're printing. Now we're printing money. We're still in the selling channel. Now we're printing money. It's, you know, it's not what we're used to. We're used to seeing the, you know, the big candles down, 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 but it's fine. You don't always get it like that. Base hits. I do apologize. It took me quite a while to find this yellow. I knew something was forming. I knew it was forming. I just couldn't. It took me a while to see it. But once we got it, we got it. Once we got it, you can't unsee it now. Now you're like, oh, okay, yeah, obviously that's there. Obviously that's there. Come on, a little bit more. I'd like a little bit more out of this, please. If we break back above this yellow, I'm out. If we break back above this yellow, I am out. I'm going to take my base hit and call it. And if we break back above this yellow, then my second set of contracts are going to be out too. So whenever, first set right here, second set up here. So that way, when I saw this break a purple, I went in. I probably got filled somewhere in the middle of this candle. I rode it all the way down. It's breaking this selling channel now. So I'm going to take my first tranche and get out. Once it breaks above this, I'm out. I made my base hit. I got my money. Trade's protected. Now I'm waiting for this for my second tranche. And if I see it testing my break even, I'm going to start tightening it. I'm out. Now I got out on this one right here. I'm out. No big deal. Made money. Now if this shoots up all of a sudden, I'm going to put my stop to exactly my break even, or a little bit more than my break even, so I can make money on the second set too. But I'm going to hold until it gets preferably up here. If it just shoots up all of a sudden right now, then I get a little something on it. A little something. So all of this depends on when you go in, because if you hesitated on this and you waited until, you know, all the way over here, then your profits are going to be less, obviously. Your reward's going to be less because you took less risk. Because once it broke this purple, right, your risk was confirmed the further down you go, but that's also a least reward. And I got stopped out. Okay, no big deal. Got stopped out. Small profit. Small profits add up. When you're doing many contracts, that's more than a full-time job. Trust me. Even on that little break even, or a little bit more than break even, that's more than a full-time job. Like the average job in America. So if I didn't think this market was so finicky today, I should have waited until it broke this. But I take my little win. Take my little win. You know where your longs are, right? The safest ones are going to be up here. And not just because of break, we want to see a break and retest and reject above 567.21. It's simple. So for the up, you want to see it build in magenta and then break yellow. Build in magenta, break yellow for the up. For the down, it's build in blue and break purple. There, now you know for the whole day. Write that down if you have to. Let's look at the higher time frame. That's the 5-minute time frame. That's the setup, what it's going to look like to go long. On the 30-minute, If it starts rejecting underneath 566.11, look for some more down. Or if it starts rejecting underneath this purple, right? Because that'll confirm this orange. But if you look, perfectly tapped on the 200 and rejected, go look at the trading plan from this morning. So this, you got a 50-50 here, and you also got another 50-50 here. So if this one gets confirmed for the upside, then this one, the likelihood for this one is going to be probably like 70-30, right? More upside. If we break this one, then this one's probably 70-30, not necessarily 50-50, but then you still got to wait for the structure. What's the structure? They'll break, retest, and reject. That's going to be the structure, like this. Because we're looking out for stop hunts. Let me clean up this chart. Because we know we're in this yellow until we're not in the yellow. This is simple. So you shouldn't be looking for longs until up here. Again, I'm going to say it again. Longs up here. This is your safest bet. I'm not saying it's 100%, but I'm saying it's way safer than trying to call it down here. Trying to call reversal, I don't like to do that. I like the structure to tell me what's going to happen next. There's certain things that need to happen. And it goes level by level. So first we need to clear this 565.79. Then we need to clear 567.21. Then we're looking for long entries. Here we go. Let it play, let it play. No rush. We don't need to rush anything. We have our criteria, right? We know what the setups are. The short setups, again, I'll draw it again. Like this, like this, like this, or it could up to here and like this. These are short setups. That's why I had the 50-50s along here and the other 50-50 along here. This is why. This is what we're looking out for. So we're in the downtrend. Is it the reversal? We don't know. There's no trading until above here, right? There's no trading until above that. Simple. Very simple. We don't need to guess anything. You don't need to try to guess where the stock market's going to go. It will tell you. It will reveal itself, right? By using the higher time frame. So now we need to see if this in the 5 minute is playing out. Simple. So when this one confirms above this yellow, then this 50-50 is more likely now. So let's give it a 70-30. This takes time. We don't need to rush anything. This is not, we're not gambling here. We don't need to gamble and say, okay, here's a reversal now. Let me get in at the best possible time. Sure, right? If you take more risk, there's more reward because you get to ride that entire wave up. if it turns around right now and goes back to 200, you're gonna ride that entire wave up. You can just hold the call for the rest of the day. But you got to look out for these bolts down. This bolt right here and this bolt right here. So this is the risk. We don't have to risk that. We don't have to. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm just going to clean up this chart just a bit. Try to focus on the task at hand right here. So again, if you're going to take the break of this yellow here, if you're going to take the call on the break of this yellow, then you're going to have to hold on for dear life. Because once it breaks this purple, you know you're probably looking for some more downside. And then the new low a day is going to be... Right, actually, let me get rid of that one. I'll make a new one. Your new low a day is going to be right here. So there's going to be major resistance or support, major support right here. I'm going to clean up this chart. You see what's happening. If we stay inside this blue and get above this 565, now this 50-50 is looking a little more, you know, a little less 50-50 and a little more 70-30 for the long side. But I highlighted specifically, I'm highlighting where the safe calls are, the safer calls are, right? It's going to be above this yellow. Just believe me on that. And then the setup for that is going to look like, it's going to look like this. We want to see a break, retest, and reject. That's what we're looking for, okay? And if it just shoots up and you miss it, then it shoots up and you miss it. No big deal. But if you go in on the break of yellow, then you better hold on for the retest, right? You're gonna have to hold on for the retest. Clean up the chart. Don't try to call the reversal here. Don't try to call it here. We don't like to call reversals. We have our criteria. We know what it needs to look like. There's absolutely no question in our mind what needs to happen. I'll draw it again, one more time. This is a possibility. That's why this was a 50-50, right? Remember, so if you're not comfortable trading in here, then don't trade. We know where our safe calls are, right? We know where the safe calls are. This is simple. No reason to try to front run anything. Let it happen. I don't need nobody for the day. I just need somebody for the night. Been there and I never been the same. Been there but I'm not the one to blame. I just need somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah, yeah. Hey, run it up on
y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I knew you do this often. Hey, I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. Hey, I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't be nothing but a side piece. Oh, oh. Catching feelings with my pipe dream. Oh no. Piece of me, piece of mine. Took some time. I'm just reaping what I saw for sure.
Now I think I see an orange algo starting to form. I'll tell you when the orange forms. I think I see it. It's coming in. It's coming in. So far this purple's holding up, right? Break a purple down, break a purple down, break a purple down. The purple's holding up. But we are seeing some momentum up, right? We're seeing some momentum up. We're seeing some pressure up. Now, if we get above this, that makes this one, you know, more of a 70-30. I'm going to clean up this chart. There's no real trade in here. There's no real trade. This is risky business. This is risky business in here. Now we want to see if we dance along here for the target to be 563.09.
They don't even know me. Now they feeling different when the money coming fast. I got lazy low key. Shawty keep it down, I'ma be right back. I don't switch modes, yeah. Only switch names in sport, that's fact. I ain't paying notice. You know that won't play like me. Something that your money won't reach. That she gave no love for me.
Let it play out. Let it play out. We know where our safe calls are. We know it. And we know what we're looking out for, right? We're looking out for these the bolts down. We're looking out for this, or possibly this one.
Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't me, no babe. Shawty isn't me, no, yeah. Isn't me, isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or no. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. Yeah, she want a Louis and a VV. Ride them on the CZ. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know bitches all the time. These days, I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these hundreds on a dime. Spent 7 on that ring, no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired.
There's no trading in here. This is just chop. This is sideways. Look, we've been sideways all this time. There's no trading in here. You'll know when it plays out. It'll be above this yellow and above this 567.21 for the long. Simple. No reason to try to, no reason to take any risk here. For what? What we do know, we're in a downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend. Long-term and short-term downtrend. We knew this was our 50-50. We knew around here was our 50-50.
Straight back to the quick switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and he knows that he can't. I didn't go really left. No, when I move way too left.
This is tricky. This is tricky because, you know, break a purple, fine. Your target is going to be down here, right? At the low of day. That's going to be the target. This is going to be tricky. We'll see if we start a selling channel. I'll just grab this one. Hasn't started yet. We need more than one candle. This is going to be a shallow target. It's only till right here. This is shallow. Come on, I know we want a little bit more out of this, but this, look at this. It's a difficult trading day. Today is one of them days. You're gonna have to have grit to hold on to some of these contracts, because none of them just want to, you know, cascade like they normally do, like how it's been for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's Monday. Let it play. Let it play out. I'm not seeing any strong candles to give us any which way. You have to take your profit and run. Take your profits and run. Remember, I highlighted where the best opportunity for the call options are going to be. I highlighted it. No selling channel started. If you took break of purple, hopefully you took your profit. Little something you could have made there, base hit. But we, you know, like I said, we do see some upward pressure coming in. So let's look at the 5 minute. Okay, right? Is this playing out right here? That's what you got to ask yourself. You got to use multiple time frames. You can't just use, you can't focus in on just the minute, each candle. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture. What's going to happen in the bigger picture? Let's see what we got. Your safe calls, again, are going to be above this highlighted yellow. These are the safest ones. I can't stress that enough. I don't want you guys just taking risky plays. We're in a downtrend, right? You're in a downtrend. That's what we know for sure. So this 50-50 over here is going to be major.
Signs are 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. Let it come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. Shawty want signs are 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. Let it come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. 15 right to my safe, 15 right to my bank. Long as my circle tight, long as my circle pay. If she gon' make my man, if she gon' make my man, I need my Beyonce. Gotta stay tough, gotta stay low. Then I'ma bug and call, then I'ma bug and call. I'ma put down when it get like that. I'ma hold out till maybe. Even out when the horse gon' stay. How you been good? Shawty want signs of 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. They come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching.
This is just sideways chop. This is just chop sideways. Look, nothing you can do here. Absolutely nothing you can do here. Nothing that can be done here. So if you're not taking trades, good. You shouldn't be, because the structure hasn't formed yet. The whole morning. Look at these little tiny candles. Look at these little candles. Impossible today, but it's okay. Make base hits. We made some base hits.
Fuck on my shoulder, fuck on my shoulder. Lights been on it, shawty fuck around like no it. Run on my own, fuck on my shoulder. I'ma be colder, I'ma be colder. 100 on a jacket, there she go. Throw my bank, but she throwing that back like whoa. Run that shit, I need to know. Tryna slow the pain. Damn, shawty, I've been this way.
Let's see how this bear cycle, how far it digs.
I say so, I'm creeping up. Gotta tell them twice, I'm keeping down. Fuck on my shoulder, wanna keep him up. Steady running up. I'm in my land, I'm on my way. Don't swear, don't stop. They don't got it like me. I ain't worried about a thing, I ain't worried about a thing. What a hit get like me, you like me, you like me, you like me, on me, on me. That must be what I need. Couldn't fuck with me, fuck with me, fuck with me. You just couldn't fuck with me. Ice cold, oh. I'm too with it, no ISO. Nice fuck, double live and your niggas too nice now. Got them lining up now, wanna see me. Got the shawty listening to me on repeat. Gotta know by now. You know, you just know my name, know my name, know my name. Wish they see my face, see my face, see my face. I can't ask for love, and love, not from me. They don't wanna like me, wouldn't get it like me. Wouldn't get like me, like me, like me, like me, on me, on me. That must be what I need. Couldn't fuck with me, fuck with me, fuck with me. You just couldn't fuck with me. Let them know now, yeah. I'm on when somebody told me, yeah. Can't hold now, yeah. Like I'm in too deep, 10 toes now, yeah. And it's hard to tell, but I feel like ain't nobody else there. Gotta know by now. You know, you just know my name, know my name, know my name. Wish they see my face, see my face, see my face. Baby, hold it now, I'm on it. Come on, even now, I'm on it. Them on get some more, I'm on it.
Okay, do you see the wedge that's being formed right now between yellow and purple? I think I see the orange finally.
Hate the fact that we ain't spoken in some weeks. Blood on hands, but we just rinse it and repeat. Let's speak a language that we both know how to read. See, baby, hold it down, I'm on it. Come on, even down, I'm on it. Them on get some more, I'm on it. You gotta sip for me, I'm in my head. I'm on it. I learned to cope, I learned to tank, I learned to float, look I learned some things. And taught a nigga how to earn your trust, I'm not concerned with them, I know you heard some things. Look I ain't perfect, I'm hurting babe, that make two of us the way you purchase things. The surface level not serving us, I gotta let you in so you interpret things the way I meant, and may I vent. Based off the things you post online, I can't help but think you gotta stay off that. Embrace the fact I won't brace myself for no downfall, know they pray on that. If loving you will make me crazy girl, then giving up on you will make a psychopath. I'm on my way, I wait out back,
Okay, we're coming up to the yellow. This is our 50-50. Remember, we're going to see a break, retest, and reject, not just break a yellow, because we want to prepare for the stop hunt. Because everyone is getting ready for this breakout or whatever they think is going to happen. Everyone's getting prepared for this move. Everybody, trust me, not just us. Everybody. I believe this orange to be a thing, so we're gonna let orange play out. Now remember, it's not just a break of yellow. We want it to break, retest, reject. That's what we want to happen. That'll be our safest entry on the call. Preferably above 567.21. We're at the 50-50 now. Got a 50-50 shot here. Let's see what happens. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
She just wants somebody for the night. You call, I'll be on my way. Hard to love me when you got nothing to chase. She just wants somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me, I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me,
So if you go in on break of yellow, you're gonna have to hold for retracement, and then you're gonna be out on break of orange. Because there's no guarantee it's just gonna shoot up inside of this blue. There's no guarantee. You gotta wait for the retracement. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Break, retest, reject would be your the best entry for the call. Want to see a little bit of pullback. Preferably if it breaks up to 567, retraces back down to yellow and pushes off the yellow. That's what we want to see. So on the 5-minute for the Discord, up in between here is your no man's land. This is what's going to decide everything right here. Because we need to know if we're doing this. That's why this is your 50-50. What? That's why this is your 50-50. Catching feelings with my pipe dream mode. Piece of me, piece of mine, took some time. I'm just reaping what I saw for sure. A stronger move would be nice. A stronger move outside of yellow would be nice. Remember, that's why this is your 50-50. We don't know. We got to get above, retest, and reject off of yellow. We don't know yet. We gotta wait for the structure. It'll happen. One of them will happen. It's either gonna break below orange or break above yellow. That's what's gonna happen. Watch. Watch. One of those is gonna happen. Let it play. Give it time.
It's a million now. 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 They don't even know me. Now they feeling different when the money come fast.
Do you see now why we wait for the break, the retest, and reject? This is why. Because if it does go up from here, then all you do is going to get a better entry and a more secure call. This is why we wait for the break, retest, and reject. This is why we wait for the break, retest, and reject. This is simple. This is simple. You knew not to go long until that. So you're waiting to see if it goes underneath this orange or if it breaks above yellow. That's what you're waiting to see.
Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't me, no break. Shawty isn't me, no, yeah. It's a million now. It's a million now. It's a million now. It's a million now. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That she wanna Louis and a VV. Ride them on the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, all that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the vice, hold it down for me, these act like bitches all the time. These days I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these honeys on a dime. Spent 7 on that ring, no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired. 22's a call it Tyra and Mariah. Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, all that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the vice, Roll on in your CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That she wanna Louis and a VV. Ride them on the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. Yeah. They ain't never got it with a dog like talking money when the money don't speak. Money in his knee, but like it came from the street. Shawty in Vienna, gotta get it with me. I didn't know, gotta know, when you know I'm like that. Set, yeah, straight back to the crib, switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and you know that it can't. I didn't go really left, no, when I move way to left, yeah. Shawty won't slide, try to know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load up my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, nah. Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me, yeah.
Fresh out the scene, bitch, I'm the best out the scene. Bulletproof if you know what I mean. Lately I just been questioning things. How you wanna stay with me for nice? Baby, I just wanna treat you right.
This is actually too easy. Look at the money we printed. If you took break of purple, remember break of purple was your confirmation, right? Break of purple was the confirmation. This is too easy. This is way too simple. Collect your money. Don't forget, we did this a long time ago. Don't forget that. We knew what to look for the long. It was the break, retest, and reject. That never happened. So now you knew, since this didn't happen and you had a 50-50 here, now you know what's going to play out next. This is simple. It doesn't get any easier. You're only getting them drawn out in front of you. This is too easy. This is too simple. You actually can't lose. It's impossible to lose. Maybe once, but you can't lose twice in a row. It's impossible. The only way you're losing twice in a row is if you're stopping yourself out. That's the only possible way. Look at the money we printed on break of purple, right? Remember, I've been saying break of purple down, break of purple down, break of purple down. This is simple. This is simple. You're making money in any direction. It doesn't matter where the stock market goes, up, down, sideways. We don't care. We don't care. This is too simple. Take your profits and leave. Take profit and cut chalks. Live to trade another day. This is too simple. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful trade. Single contracts. Take your profit and get out. Multiple contracts. If you took break of purple, it's going to be on magenta is when you cut your second set of contracts. This is simple. Your trade's protected. You have a lot of money right now. Money that you didn't have. Great trade. Amazing trade. You can't ask for anything more. You could have waited till break of orange. Like I said, it's either going to break above yellow. And if it does break above yellow, you know what it needed to look like. Or break of orange. It broke orange. You got something out of it. If you took break of purple, which was the original, right? Remember, break of purple. We've been saying that all morning. Break of purple was the thing. This is too easy. Your second set of contracts, cut chalks when it closes above this. If you took break of purple. If you have multiple contracts, you're cutting chalks when it breaks above this and closes. This is too easy. Your trade's protected. You cannot lose. You can't lose. Single contracts, you got out, right? You got out on this one. You took your profit from purple. You got out here. Okay. If you were smart, you would have got out here. No big deal. More contracts. Should have been here. Second set. You're about to get out right now. You're about to. We're in a downtrend. You know what the confirmation for the up looks like. It's going to be above this yellow. For sure, it's going to be above the yellow. And it has to form the structure that we need to look that we're looking for. This is simple. You can't. I'm about to get. Okay, stopped. Okay, no big deal. I got stopped. I made all my money. I didn't lose anything. I made money. And if it would have ran even further, I would have made even more money. But either way, my trade was protected. I didn't lose a dime. I didn't lose a dime. When you're doing multiple contracts, a lot of contracts, Trust me, that stuff adds up. Base hits adds up. It's very difficult to trade in this. Very difficult. Extremely difficult to trade in this. Absolutely amazing trade. Perfect. Whew, that was a good trade. Okay, I'm going to stay with you guys for another few minutes. I don't want to overtrade. I don't suggest you overtrade either. Let me give you some scenarios. I'm going to shut off the YouTube stream. Hold on. I should have. I'm going to shut off the YouTube stream. And I'm going to give some sauce to the Discord. Okay? So YouTube, it's been a pleasure. If you're interested in joining, send me an email to LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. And we'll get you sorted out. Today's been a great day. It was a slow day. But, you know, we made some profit. Can't ask for anything more than